Welcome, listeners, to our audiobook summary of The Mustard Seed by Osho. In this journey, we'll dive into the profound spiritual insights and the mystical interpretations of Jesus' teachings that Osho presents. This book isn't just about religious doctrine. It's a call to embrace transformation, inner awakening, and a deeper understanding of life itself. For clarity and ease of understanding, I've divided our summary into 5 key sections. Let's begin our exploration with the first section, setting the stage for the wisdom that unfolds in the mustard seed. Enjoy the journey and let your mind open to new possibilities. Section 1. Setting the stage. Welcome to the first section of our audiobook summary of The Mustard Seed by Osho. In this opening segment, we set the foundation for understanding the rich tapestry of ideas, historical influences, and spiritual contexts that shaped these transformative discourses. Osho's approach is both a reflection of his own unique journey and a response to the evolving spiritual landscape of his time. Osho, born and raised in India, was deeply immersed in a culture where ancient spiritual traditions and modern thought coexisted in a delicate dance. From the timeless wisdom of the Upanishads to the ever-changing influences of the modern world, his early life was a confluence of diverse philosophies. This vibrant cultural background sparked his interest in exploring and questioning established dogmas, propelling him into a lifelong quest for inner truth. It is against this backdrop that he re-examines the teachings of Jesus, viewing them not just as historical narratives, but as living metaphors that speak to the soul's potential for transformation. In The Mustard Seed, Osho employs the simple yet profound metaphor of the mustard seed, a tiny grain that, when nurtured, can grow into a mighty tree. This symbol encapsulates the idea that within every individual lies an immense reservoir of untapped potential. He challenges us to look beyond conventional interpretations and see that the teachings of Jesus are not rigid prescriptions, but invitations to explore the vast landscapes of our inner world. By doing so, he bridges the gap between Eastern mysticism and Western religious thought, offering a fresh perspective that is both radical and deeply personal. The context in which Osho delivered these discourses is as compelling as the ideas themselves. The mid-20th century was a period marked by rapid social change and a growing disillusionment with traditional structures. In many parts of the world, people were beginning to question long-held beliefs and seeking new paths to self-realization. It was a time when the boundaries between science, philosophy, and spirituality were blurring, and Osho's message resonated powerfully with those yearning for authenticity. His teachings emerged as a counter-narrative to the often rigid doctrines of organized religion, inviting seekers to embark on a journey of self-discovery, one that transcends institutional confines and embraces the full spectrum of human experience. Osho's discourses are not mere academic lectures. They are vibrant, dynamic dialogues that invite introspection and self-inquiry. He uses stories, parables, and metaphors drawn from both Eastern and Western traditions to challenge our preconceived notions about faith and spirituality. In his reinterpretation of Jesus' parables, Osho does not aim to create a new religion, but rather to awaken a dormant awareness within each listener. He reminds us that spirituality is not about blind adherence to rituals or doctrines. It is about awakening to the truth that lies within and embracing life with open-hearted curiosity. As we set the stage, consider the broader cultural and historical context of Osho's work. His insights are deeply rooted in a world where the clash between modernity and tradition creates a fertile ground for transformation. He observed that while modern society offers unprecedented access to knowledge and technology, it often leaves individuals feeling isolated and disconnected from their inner selves. Through his teachings, Osho sought to reconnect people with a more authentic way of being, one that celebrates both individuality and the universal essence of life. In this section, we've begun to explore the layers of history, culture, and personal transformation that underpin the mustard seed. Osho's discourse is an invitation to question, to delve deeply into our inner landscapes, and to rediscover the boundless potential that resides within each of us. As we move forward in our journey through this book, keep in mind that the stage has been set not only by historical events or cultural shifts, but by the timeless human desire to seek meaning, love, and liberation. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the symbolism and profound insights that Osho so eloquently unfolds in the pages of The Mustard Seed. Section 2. The Symbolism of the Mustard Seed. In this section, we explore the profound symbolism encapsulated in the simple yet powerful image of the mustard seed. Though one of the smallest seeds known, it carries within it an enormous potential for growth. A metaphor that Osho uses to illustrate the transformative power inherent in every individual. This symbol, rich in historical and spiritual connotations, serves as a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern spiritual insight, inviting us to reimagine the way we perceive growth, transformation, and faith. Historically, the mustard seed has been revered across various cultures and religious traditions. In the Christian tradition, for example, Jesus spoke of the mustard seed as a symbol of faith, a seemingly insignificant beginning that can blossom into something magnificent and all-encompassing. Osho, however, takes this symbolism a step further. Rather than viewing the seed merely as a sign of religious faith, he interprets it as a representation of the latent potential within each human being. According to Osho, every person harbors a spark of divine consciousness, much like the tiny seed that holds the blueprint for an expansive tree. This perspective encourages us to look beyond superficial appearances and recognize that even the smallest element of our inner life can catalyze profound spiritual awakening. Osho's interpretation emphasizes that the journey of personal growth is neither instantaneous nor uniform. Much like a seed that requires nourishment, water, and the right environmental conditions to grow, our inner potential needs nurturing through introspection, meditation, and life's varied experiences. He challenges the conventional mindset that equates visible, immediate progress with genuine transformation. Instead, he invites us to embrace the slow, organic process of internal change, a journey marked by gradual revelations and steady evolution. This metaphor serves as a powerful reminder that true growth often starts with a humble, almost imperceptible beginning, and that each small step in the right direction can eventually lead to dramatic transformation. Furthermore, the symbolism of the mustard seed in Osho's discourse also speaks to the idea of self-belief and inner trust. Just as the mustard seed does not show its full potential at first glance, our inner light and capabilities are often hidden beneath layers of doubt and societal conditioning. Osho encourages us to trust in the unseen, to have faith in the transformative process that lies within us, even when the results are not immediately apparent. This message is especially resonant for those who feel overwhelmed by the challenges of modern life, where the pace of change can sometimes obscure the incremental steps of personal development. The mustard seed also embodies the interplay between potential and manifestation. It symbolizes how an idea, no matter how small, can germinate into a force that alters the landscape of our inner world. This dynamic is akin to the creative process itself, where inspiration, nurtured by persistence and belief, grows into a vibrant reality. In Osho's vision, the mustard seed is a call to awaken to this creative power, urging us to cultivate our inner gardens with care, attention, and unconditional trust. He reminds us that the seeds we plant today, in the form of mindful practices, compassionate actions, and thoughtful reflections, can eventually blossom into a life rich with meaning and fulfillment. Moreover, Osho's discussion of the mustard seed transcends religious symbolism and ventures into the realm of psychological and emotional growth. He suggests that the process of nurturing this seed mirrors the journey of self-discovery, where every challenge, setback, or moment of doubt serves as a vital ingredient in the unfolding of our true nature. The seemingly mundane aspects of daily life, when approached with mindfulness and reverence, can become the fertile ground from which our inner potential sprouts. In this way, the mustard seed becomes a metaphor not only for spiritual awakening, but also for personal resilience and the transformative power of small, consistent efforts. As we reflect on this rich symbolism, it becomes evident that the mustard seed is not merely a botanical reference, but a multifaceted emblem of life's transformative journey. It urges us to view every small beginning as a promising start, a seed waiting to grow into something far greater than its humble origins might suggest. Osho's reinterpretation of this age-old symbol inspires us to shed the limiting beliefs imposed by external circumstances and to nurture the quiet, powerful presence within us. In embracing the essence of the mustard seed, we learn to value the subtle and often overlooked aspects of our being, recognizing that every moment of introspection, every flicker of insight, contributes to the grand tapestry of our spiritual evolution. Let this section be a call to action. Nurture your inner seed with patience, courage, and unwavering faith. Trust that the seemingly insignificant parts of your inner world hold the potential to transform your life in extraordinary ways. Embrace the journey of growth, knowing that even the smallest seed, when given the proper care and environment, can grow into a mighty tree that touches the skies. Section 3. Decoding the Parables. In this section, we delve into the intricate process of decoding the parables as interpreted by Osho in The Mustard Seed. Far from being mere stories or allegories of ancient times, these parables are living dialogues that invite us to uncover hidden layers of meaning. Osho challenges us to look beyond the literal narrative and explore the transformative insights buried within each tale. Osho's approach to the parables is both radical and deeply personal. He believes that these stories are not fixed doctrines but dynamic mirrors reflecting the complexities of our inner lives. When Jesus spoke in parables, his words were meant to awaken an inner response, a spark of understanding that goes beyond conventional religious interpretation. For Osho, each parable is an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery, where the symbolic language of everyday life unveils profound truths about our nature and potential. Consider the parable of the prodigal son. Traditionally, this story is seen as a narrative of forgiveness and unconditional love. However, Osho reinterprets it as a reflection of our inner journey toward reclaiming the lost aspects of ourselves. The wandering son symbolizes the part of us that has strayed from our true nature, engulfed by the distractions and demands of the external world. His eventual return represents the rediscovery of inner wisdom and authenticity, a call to embrace our imperfections and to forgive ourselves as part of the healing process. Similarly, the parable of the lost sheep takes on new dimensions under Osho's scrutiny. While it is often interpreted as a testament to divine mercy, Osho sees it as a metaphor for the deep-seated longing within every individual to reconnect with a sense of wholeness. The lost sheep is not merely a wayward creature. It symbolizes the estranged self that yearns to break free from the chains of societal conditioning and self-imposed limitations. This reinterpretation urges us to cultivate an awareness of the parts of ourselves we have neglected, encouraging us to seek integration and balance. A recurring theme in Osho's decoding of the parables is the idea of transformation. Many of these stories are built around the concept of change, a shift from a state of confinement to one of liberation and self-realization. Osho emphasizes that transformation is not an instantaneous event. Rather, it is a gradual process marked by small, often imperceptible shifts in our consciousness. In the parables, what might initially appear as simple narrative devices are in fact powerful symbols of the incremental yet profound changes that occur within us when we choose to awaken to our inner potential. Another key element in Osho's interpretation is the interplay between the conscious and the unconscious. He suggests that the parables operate on multiple levels simultaneously. On one level, they engage our logical minds by presenting familiar scenarios in a new light. On another level, they speak directly to our unconscious, stirring dormant emotions and forgotten memories. This dual-layered approach makes the parables timeless, as they are capable of resonating with us in different ways at different stages of our lives. Each encounter with these stories can reveal a new insight, much like peeling away layers of an onion until the core truth is finally laid bare. Osho also encourages us to embrace ambiguity in these narratives. Rather than seeking definitive answers, he invites us to dwell in the space of uncertainty where creativity and inner freedom reside. The parables, in his view, are deliberately open-ended. They do not offer one-size-fits-all solutions, but instead empower us to derive personal meanings that are relevant to our own experiences. This freedom to interpret is a vital part of the transformative journey. It allows us to break free from the confines of dogmatic thinking and to explore the vast, uncharted territories of our inner world. In essence, Osho's decoding of the parables transforms them from static stories into dynamic tools for inner inquiry. Each parable becomes a guidepost, encouraging us to question, reflect, and ultimately transform our perception of reality. By engaging with these timeless narratives in a personal and reflective manner, we are invited to discover the deeper currents of our existence and to nurture the seeds of potential that lie within us. Embrace this journey of decoding, and let each parable be a stepping stone towards a more awakened and authentic life. Section 4. Living the Teachings. Welcome to Section 4, where we explore how to translate the profound insights of the mustard seed into everyday life. This segment is all about taking the seeds of understanding, those small yet potent insights that Osho has illuminated, and nurturing them until they blossom into real, transformative actions. Osho's teachings are not merely theoretical musings. They are practical guides for cultivating a deeper, more mindful existence. Imagine waking up each day with the intention of tending to your inner garden, just as you would care for a delicate plant. Osho's message is a call to action. Embrace each moment as an opportunity to grow, evolve, and live authentically. This means incorporating mindfulness and self-awareness into our daily routines, whether it's through meditation, conscious breathing, or simple acts of reflection. By doing so, we gradually peel away the layers of societal conditioning and reconnect with the essence of who we are. One of the first steps in living these teachings is to develop a practice of mindful observation. Start by noticing the little details of your daily life, a conversation with a friend, the warmth of the morning sun, or even the quiet moments of solitude. Osho reminds us that every experience, no matter how trivial it may seem, is imbued with the potential to reveal deeper truths about our inner world. When you approach each moment with curiosity and openness, you create space for transformation. It is through these seemingly insignificant moments that the mustard seed of awareness takes root and begins to grow. A significant aspect of living the teachings involves embracing the dynamic interplay between inner reflection and outward expression. Osho encourages us to live in a state of balance where our inner insights guide our actions in the external world. This balance means not only engaging in practices like meditation or journaling, but also bringing that inner clarity into our relationships, work, and community. For instance, consider the act of listening deeply, not just hearing words but truly understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. This kind of mindful communication can lead to more compassionate interactions and a more harmonious way of living. Furthermore, living the teachings is about cultivating courage, the courage to question established norms, to let go of rigid beliefs, and to experiment with new ways of being. Osho's insights prompt us to break free from the habitual patterns that no longer serve us. He urges us to recognize that transformation is not an overnight event but a gradual process marked by persistent effort and self-compassion. As you encounter challenges or moments of doubt, remember that each obstacle is an invitation to learn and grow. Embrace your imperfections and view them as stepping stones toward a more authentic version of yourself. Practical steps to integrate these teachings into daily life can be simple yet profoundly impactful. Set aside a few minutes each day for a quiet meditation or reflective practice. During these moments, focus on your breath and allow your thoughts to settle, creating a space where inner insights can emerge. Complement this practice with mindful movement, whether it's a gentle walk in nature or a series of stretches that help you reconnect with your body. Such routines not only anchor you in the present but also reinforce the idea that spirituality is woven into the fabric of everyday existence. Living the teachings also involves a conscious effort to remain flexible and open to change. Osho's perspective is that life is a continuous process of becoming, and our willingness to adapt and evolve is key to spiritual growth. When faced with life's unpredictability, try to see each twist and turn as a lesson rather than a setback. Cultivating a mindset of resilience and adaptability allows you to navigate challenges with grace and maintain a steady connection with your inner self. Another essential element of this journey is self-compassion. Often, we are our own harshest critics, and this inner dialogue can stifle the growth of our inner potential. Osho's teachings remind us to be gentle with ourselves, to honor our struggles as much as our successes. When you approach yourself with kindness and understanding, you create a nurturing environment in which your inner wisdom can flourish. This self-compassion extends outward as well, fostering empathy and deeper connections with others. In essence, Living the teachings of the mustard seed is about embodying a state of constant, mindful awareness that permeates every aspect of life. It is about recognizing that every moment is an opportunity for inner growth, a chance to plant new seeds of understanding, compassion, and creativity. As you integrate these practices into your routine, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your perspective and experience a gradual transformation that touches every part of your life. Embrace this journey with an open heart and mind, and allow the wisdom of Osho to guide you towards a richer, more meaningful existence. Whether you are taking small steps in quiet reflection or making bold changes in your daily interactions, know that each action contributes to the unfolding of your inner potential. Let these teachings be a constant reminder that even the smallest seed, nurtured with care and intention, can grow into something truly extraordinary. Section 5, Reflections and Takeaways. As we arrive at the final section of our audiobook summary, it's time to pause and reflect on the transformative journey that The Mustard Seed by Osho invites us to undertake. Throughout this exploration, we have traversed the foundational contexts of Osho's discourses, delved into the rich symbolism of the mustard seed, decoded the layered meanings of ancient parables, and discovered practical ways to weave these teachings into our daily lives. Now, in this concluding segment, we gather the insights and lessons that can illuminate our inner path and guide us toward a more awakened and authentic existence. At its core, the mustard seed is a celebration of the immense potential that lies hidden within every individual. Osho's reinterpretation of familiar spiritual narratives challenges us to view even the most unassuming beginnings as the spark of profound transformation. The mustard seed, despite its tiny size, encapsulates the idea that every fragment of our inner being holds the promise of growth and renewal. This powerful metaphor reminds us that our personal evolution does not require grand gestures or sudden miracles. Instead, it flourishes through the consistent, mindful nurturing of our inner world. In every quiet moment of introspection, every small act of self-care, we are planting seeds that have the potential to blossom into life-changing insights. Reflecting on the parables reinterpreted by Osho, we see how these timeless stories serve not as rigid dogmas but as dynamic guides for inner inquiry. Each parable, whether it speaks of lost sheep or prodigal sons, is an invitation to revisit the forgotten or neglected parts of ourselves. They urge us to confront our limitations, embrace our vulnerabilities, and ultimately, to integrate every aspect of our being. In this light, the teachings are not about achieving perfection but about accepting our humanness, complete with its struggles, joys, and endless capacity for growth. This reflective journey encourages us to adopt a compassionate stance toward our own imperfections, understanding that each misstep or moment of doubt is an essential part of our larger quest for self-realization. In the practical realm, the call to live the teachings transforms abstract insights into concrete, everyday actions. Whether through meditation, mindful observation, or simply engaging with the world from a place of greater awareness, Osho's guidance offers us a blueprint for living with intention. Embracing these practices can lead to a life marked by clarity, balance, and inner harmony. By consciously integrating the principles of self-belief, transformation, and resilience, we cultivate an inner sanctuary where the seeds of our potential are given the space to grow. This active engagement with life, where each moment is seen as a stepping stone toward deeper understanding, reinforces the timeless truth that spiritual awakening is an ongoing, ever-evolving process. Ultimately, the reflections and takeaways from the mustard seed encourage us to trust in our own journey. They remind us that every small, mindful effort contributes to the grand tapestry of our transformation. The wisdom of Osho lies not in prescribing a fixed set of beliefs but in opening up a space for each of us to explore, question, and ultimately, to become the architects of our own inner destiny. As you continue on your path, remember that the power to transform lies within your willingness to nurture your inner seed. With patience, courage, and unwavering compassion. Allow these teachings to serve as a constant reminder that even the simplest insights can lead to extraordinary growth. May this final reflection inspire you to embrace your own journey of discovery and transformation. And may you always remember that, like the humble mustard seed, the smallest beginnings can yield the most profound changes in our lives. Thank you for joining me on this journey through The Mustard Seed by Osho. We've explored the context, unraveled the symbolism of the mustard seed, decoded the powerful parables, learned how to live these teachings in our everyday lives, and wrapped up with thoughtful reflections and takeaways. I hope this audiobook summary has sparked new insights and inspired you to look within for the seeds of transformation. If you found this summary valuable, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts or any questions you might have, and subscribe to the channel for more enlightening content. Your engagement not only helps us grow, but it also builds a community of seekers dedicated to exploring deeper truths. Thank you for listening, and until next time, keep nurturing that inner seed and let it grow into something extraordinary.